Well, yeah, ladies and groaners, although I'm not groaning that much. I love Epiphones. I love the modern collection of Epiphones, definitely. And here we have a brace of Epiphone Muse guitars. Apparently nothing to do with Matt Bellamy. Don't know where the name originated from. Perhaps one of you can tell me, possibly. But what I've certainly experienced over the last few months is that we've had a good 3 or 4 at least brand new Epiphones in, and whilst, make no mistake, the bits and bobs and the finish and all that kind of thing is absolutely brilliant, the setups have been absolutely woeful. I mean, properly abysmal. When you consider that Harley Benton, that comes to your door for about 150 quid, is ready to play out of the box, these are absolutely not, and will require some fiddling with. So let's have a look at these two and see what's right with them, see what's wrong with them. Okay, let's go. So let's see if the frets are nice and level using the fret rocker here. And yes, that's okay. Yeah, good, very nice, super. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Yep. Yeah. Well, it's looking good so far. So it's like when we get down to the bottom. Oh, right, okay. So, I would have to say, in conclusion, that yeah, so the neck straightness is exactly where we want to see it, with that little sliver of light in that. So you've just got a slight bow in there. So that looks good. So really, it should just be a case of winding these down. Now, I know I've mentioned these before. So what you do have with Epiphones, in addition to the thumb wheels, which you've always got in a Gibson, I think these are called tone locks, as opposed to adjustomatic, but it's exactly the same. So you can either use the thumb wheels, that's a little bit stiff, but of course it's under tension because the strings are up to pitch, or roughly. So you can bung a screwdriver in, but if you are going to use a screwdriver to either raise or lower the tone lock tunematic bridge, make sure, for goodness sake, that you do use a screwdriver of the exact size that goes in that screw, otherwise you will make it look ugly. And by the way, so I would use this one, and these, you get about 5 of these for £1, obviously at the pound shop. But what I will do, because I don't want to make any marks on here, I'm going to detension the strings. And by the way, look at those, look at the tulip keys. They're nice and shiny, and you've got some sort of mini Goto alikes. Put this round here a little bit so you can see better. Yeah, you've got some mini Goto alikes on there. Yeah, rather lovely. We are, of course, made in China. Nothing wrong with stuff that's made in China. I'm quite happy with that. Right, so I'm going to drop that a little bit and let's see what happens. So that is now the string height at the 12th fret on the top. It should be reading roughly 1.0. That's a little bit high. See if we can get that down without detensioning. Screwdriver in, because it's only a step to the left and then a jump to the right. and the bass set I want to be about 2, and come down a little bit. Of course, when you drop the string height, then it will decrease the tension of the string. So what we're going to check for now is any choking. But of course, all of the mathematics do add up. String height correct, and neck curvature correct, and fret leveliness correct also. So there is no physical or mathematical reason why this would not play perfectly now. And that is exactly why we want it. But if you take it down the shop, they will take 30 quid off you to do what I've just done now. Yes, so, right. Number 1, happy with that. Very good. Let's have a look at suspect number 2. So here we have the Les Paul Muse. And they both come in this very, very sparkly black. They are very, very nice instruments, and I shall of course review both of them in the fullness of time. So let's have a look at the same things with this. Let's have a look at the string height at the 12th first. So, oh, now this one. Now would you believe it? This one is absolutely bang on. It's just a, yeah, just a, ooh, actually, that's more like that's less than 1. You can see that, and really should be about 1.25. But let's see if there's any choking. We'll have a look at the straightness first. Neck straightness. There's no, I can't see a sliver there, so the neck looks as though it's over straight or possibly even back bowed. However, let's see if there's any choking. Well, I've got to tell you folks, that's a well-made guitar, because the neck is almost entirely flat, whereas I would reasonably expect to see reasonably, I mean there is the very, very tiniest sliver of light in the centre. Oh, right, okay. Alright, fair enough. So, well done to Epiphone for that. But, really, I mean, really, just be aware that when you do buy a brand new... So this one, so the Les Paul Muse, is the first Epiphone out of either 5 or 6 brand new ones that I've taken out of the box that has actually played straight out of the box. Who knew? But certainly, if you are going to buy a brand new guitar in a box, whether it's an Epiphone or a Gibson or an Inkling farty 20 calorie bizzer, whatever it is, always factor in just a few extra quid if it needs that final setup from your local guy. Well, that's it. So, yes, we'll get these reviewed, as I say, very, very shortly. So, thank you all ever so much for having a look. Like I say, caveat emptor. And with all of that, I shall bid you a fond farewell. So, it's adios, amigos. Ta-ra.